플렉스 리버브가 무료 배포 중입니다. EQ와 함께 들어있어서 믹싱하기 더욱 편리해요. 리버브 먹일 때 너무 투머치하면 소리가 오히려 죽는데 EQ가 내장되어 있어 디테일한 모양을 만들어 작업할 수 있습니다. 보컬, 기타, 드럼 등에 걸고 사용하면 좋아요. 다운받는 법은 본인 OS에 맞는 걸 받아서 사용하면 됩니다. 멜로디 소스2가 33% 할인 중입니다. AI 자동 멜로디 꿀템이에요. 무한 생성으로 멜로디를 만들어 사용할 수 있습니다. 힙합 R&B 만드시는 분들에게 강추해요. 키, 스피드, 옥타브 등을 설정해 원하는 멜로디를 만들 수 있어요. 미디를 변형해 본인 입맛대로 새롭게 만들 수도 있습니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
You can bring halftime on that. Let's speed that up. Next up, let's go back to free, and we're going to create a hi-hat pattern. So the way the grid works here is the way it worked in Melody Sauce. One, all these pads are available to use. It is a 3x3 grid, and the way it works is if you want a dark, complex pattern, for instance. Now I know we're working on hi-hats here, but if we're working for a pattern, we want a dark, complex pattern, we would hit this pad right over here. If we want a light and simple pattern, I would go light, simple, and hit this pad right over here. So it's not about just hitting pads randomly. There's actually a method to the madness. So now let's go ahead and generate a hi-hat pattern. I want a fast pattern. Let's do a medium length is okay. And we're gonna go to, doesn't really matter because it's a hi-hat, so let's go off.
루퍼레이터가 50% 할인 중입니다. 레알 이펙트 꿀템이에요. 힙합 프로듀서분들이 즐겨 쓰는 아이템 중 하나입니다. 멜로디에 걸어도 되고 드럼 하이햇에 걸면 레알 꿀이에요. 박자와 리버스 등 다양한 효과를 쉽고 빠르게 먹일 수 있어서 작업 속도가 빨라집니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
So already it's giving you a different texture than the original, right? So let's go back and let's play with it a little bit more. All right, let's see what it can do. Let's go with a blank slate. Okay. So obviously you want something different than the rest of the producer world, because you know we'll jump on the same trend and do the same thing over and over again. You already know how we are. So the slice tool, this is a tool where it'll slice the beat up in different parts, and let's just see how that sounds. Okay, so that's one thing that, a little, not too much, but the little things count when you're separating these things. Okay, and then it also has a randomized tool. You use dice. You can randomize it. Let's see how that goes. Okay. So just something cool just for you.
데시모르트 2가 40% 할인 중입니다. 빈티지 꿀템이에요. IC20하고 양대 산맥입니다. 결이 좀 다르긴 한데 로파이 분배, 힙합 만드시는 분들이 즐겨 쓰는 플러그인이에요. 프리퀀시, 지터, 필터 등을 활용해 사운드를 더욱 느낌있게 만들 수 있습니다. 사용법도 쉽고 프리셋도 좋아요. 저렴한 때 득템하세요.
Now let's take this keyboard pad and see what we can do with it. Sure, there are a lot of bit reduction plugins out there, but none of them will offer you this level of control over the signal or at this high level of quality. You don't just have control over the frequency and bit depth, you also have control over amplitude quantization and resampling. With supportive modules like the approximative filter,
808 쿠커가 27% 할인 중입니다. 808 베이스 꿀템이에요. 808 베이스가 종류별로 나뉘어져 있어서 장르별로 알맞게 사용할 수 있어요. 사운드 디자인 기능도 포함되어 있어 어택, 릴리즈 등의 길이도 조정할 수 있습니다. 사운드 퀄리티가 좋아요. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
200 or something. Store at the low mids. And then you have your envelope. It's like attack, decay, sustain, release. Decay. So this really lets you shape the 808. You can make it short, you can make it long. Then you have width. It's a completely mono compatible width. I really love the way it sounds on 808s because I've never really been shy to have a stereo-ish 808. So if you're wearing headphones, you can probably tell the difference a little better. Then you have a post-distortion saturation if you want to juice it up. Yeah! The Zoid knob, it's my little secret. You got your glide. And you have pre and post distortion EQs. Let's just go into the weird tab, pick a little bit of a weirder type 808. Let's use this brass 808. Want something with a little more high end on it. So as you can see, you can really go hard with it. One of my favorite parts is the drag and drop features. You can just drop any sample in. Want something with a little reverb. So now to test the plugin's true power, I want to do a blind taste test.
스마트 EQ3가 38% 할인 중입니다. 자동 믹싱 꿀템이에요. 악기 선택 후 버튼만 누르면 자동으로 EQ 믹싱을 도와줍니다. 변형해서 본인만의 사운드를 만들 수 있어요. 각 트랙 간 밸런스도 자동으로 잡아줘서 믹싱이 힘든 초보분들의 강추예요. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
Beautiful. Okay, so the cool thing is right out of the gate, the first thing I noticed is that it cut out a lot of the muddiness, but still left the girth of the low end in there, and also boosted some areas that I really would have boosted anyway. So right out of the gate, just set on universal, it did a really good job. Let's set it to electric guitar. We'll go ahead and relearn it as well.